President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given a strong new directive to the National Economic Council, telling them to identify all grazing reserves across Nigeria and convert them into modern ranches. This new decision is already making headlines because it could change how livestock farming is done in the country and also help solve one of Nigeria's longest-running issues, the clashes between farmers and herders. Now, this decision is not just about cows or grazing, it's about peace, security, and the economy. For many years, Nigeria has faced serious conflicts between herders and farmers, mostly because cattle often move into farmlands and destroy crops. These conflicts have led to so many losses and even insecurity in some rural areas. So, what President Tinubu is doing now is to put a permanent structure in place, a more organized system that can stop the constant movement of cattle and reduce tensions between communities. Please, if you are watching this video, don't forget to like this video right now and subscribe to the channel for more breaking news updates and deep gist like this. It really helps us grow and keeps you updated with what's happening across Nigeria and beyond. So, what exactly does this plan mean? The President directed the NEC, that's the National Economic Council, to work with state governors to find out which grazing lands are still available and then start the process of turning them into ranches and livestock settlements. But here's the interesting part, he's not saying that open grazing will just stop overnight. Instead, this is a gradual plan that will move Nigeria from open grazing to a modern ranching system where cattle are raised in controlled environments. That means, instead of cows walking across farmlands, there will be fenced areas with water, food, and care for the animals. This is how it's done in developed countries, and it helps increase productivity and reduce conflict. The President said that each state should be involved since land is under the control of state governments according to the Nigerian constitution. While this directive is about ranching, it's also part of a bigger security reform. During the same meeting, President Tinubu also spoke about withdrawing police escorts from VIPs and redeploying them to communities that really need protection. He made it clear that the government is serious about improving security for ordinary Nigerians, especially people living in rural areas where attacks and kidnappings have become common. Now, you see, this is a two-way move. On one side, the President wants to make sure farmers and herders stop fighting over land, and on the other side, he wants to make sure security officers are used where they are most needed. He's also planning to empower the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and Forest Guards to play a bigger role in protecting communities. If you are still watching, please take 1 second to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. It helps a lot and it means we can keep bringing you these kinds of important updates every day. Now, let's go deeper into why this move matters. Converting grazing reserves into ranches means that herders will now have a more permanent place to raise their animals. That will also create jobs for many Nigerians. Think about it, ranches need workers to feed animals, maintain the land, provide veterinary care, handle logistics, manage waste, and handle sales. This can open new doors for young people in agriculture and animal production. And let's not forget, ranching will also help the environment. When animals roam freely, they often destroy crops and vegetation, which causes erosion and reduces soil fertility. But with ranches, everything is controlled. Waste can even be turned into fertilizer for crops, creating a cycle that benefits both the farmers and the livestock owners. Some people might remember that a few years ago, there was a similar policy called RUGA, but it didn't go well because of misunderstanding and poor communication. This time, the approach looks more inclusive, giving states the responsibility to manage their own plans. So instead of forcing one single plan across the country, each state can design what works best for them, and that might make this new idea more successful. Now, let's talk about what this means for security. Redeploying police officers from VIPs to communities is a very bold move. It means more police presence in areas that have been neglected for years. Many Nigerians have complained that while VIPs move around with dozens of escorts, ordinary citizens face attacks without any help. The president's directive will change that. It's about using manpower effectively, protecting people instead of just politicians. If you agree that this is a step in the right direction, please hit the like button and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this plan to convert grazing reserves into ranches can reduce clashes and improve food production in Nigeria? We'd love to hear from you. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this plan is also a part of Nigeria's effort to grow its economy through agriculture. Livestock farming is a huge part of our economy, from meat and milk production to leather and other byproducts. With modern ranches, Nigeria could even start exporting high-quality meat and dairy products. That means more money for the country and more opportunities for entrepreneurs and investors. Another big point to note is that the president's directive could help build peace between communities that have been fighting for decades. In states like Benue, Plateau, Nasarawa, Kaduna, and parts of the Northeast, farmer-herder clashes have been very deadly. If these ranches are properly managed, the clashes can drastically reduce, and communities can finally have peace. But of course, as we know, the challenge will be in the implementation. It's one thing to make a policy, and it's another to actually make it work. The NEC and governors will need to work together sincerely. They have to make sure that landowners, farmers, and herders are all part of the discussion so that nobody feels cheated. Communication is key here, and transparency will be what determines whether this project succeeds or fails. If you're still with me, please make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to our channel. Turn on your notifications too, so you don't miss our next update. We bring real stories, not rumors, and we break them down in a way you'll always understand. Now, another important part of this directive is the idea of livestock settlements. This is more than just a ranch, it's like a small community for herders where there will be schools, clinics, and markets. That means children of herders can go to school, women can do business, and the whole community can benefit from development. This can also help reduce rural poverty and improve access to education and healthcare in remote areas. This idea also ties into the government's goal to diversify the economy. Instead of depending only on oil, Nigeria is looking into agriculture and livestock as major sources of revenue. By investing in ranches and livestock settlements, the country can reduce meat importation and become self-sufficient. That's a big win for the economy. The president also made it clear that security forces must be available to protect these new ranching areas. That means new roles for the civil defense, forest guards, and even technology-based surveillance to prevent attacks and cattle rustling. If you think this is a smart direction for the country, make sure you like this video and subscribe to support our work. Every like and comment helps more Nigerians see this story. Now, looking forward, Nigerians will be watching closely to see how this plan unfolds. Will the governors cooperate? Will funds be released on time? Will communities accept it? Those are the big questions everyone is asking right now. But one thing is certain, this plan, if properly done, could bring lasting peace to rural areas, reduce tension between farmers and herders, and create thousands of new jobs. It could also make Nigeria's livestock industry more organized and profitable. So as we wrap up this story, remember, this move is not just another government announcement. It's a chance to solve a problem that has affected Nigeria for decades: insecurity, food shortage, and unemployment. If we get it right, the country can see real progress. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed this gist and subscribe to the channel for more news updates, political analysis, and trending national stories. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss the next update. And finally, share this video with someone, your family, friends, or colleagues, so they can also understand what's really happening with this new directive from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is one of those stories that affects everyone, whether you live in the city or the village. So, that's the full gist. President Tinubu has ordered the NEC to convert grazing reserves into ranches as part of a national plan to promote peace, security, and development. It's a bold move, one that could change the face of Nigeria's agriculture forever. Let's hope the implementation is as strong as the intention. Thank you for watching, and please don't leave without liking this video and subscribing right now. More breaking news and deep gist are coming your way. Stay informed, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next update.